Hello, is the Sinister Gambino here with a new stream. And this stream I'm going to be doing my Red Dead Online event week stream for this week for Red Dead Online. Whatever I typically say, if that wasn't exactly it. Whatever though. First off, let me join in a party. But yeah, starting off, title is 1.5 times money for arrowheads and bird eggs. I think it's only most likely going to apply to the full set, sadly, and not for individual like items, so you might have to go for the full sets. It probably won't just be for like every single collectible 1.5 times the money. I'm assuming you all have to sell the whole set off of what I read on the newswire. And then on series playlist here, apparently target races is highlighted for some reason. Didn't see anything about that on the newswire, so I guess it's kind of just a featured series for the week. But it's not the most like needed theme to go in details with on the newswires. But do know, if you just purely look at the newswire, that Target Races is a featured series playlist apparently for this week. And then there's 1.3 times money, Moonshine sells, 40% off select pamphlets, and 50% off provisions and more. I'll be going into some details on like advice for the event week and stuff. How's that loading here? I'll be checking to make sure my microphone audio is working right, and it most definitely will be. So that will be good. Alright, good. So yeah, I'm streaming this really late on Wednesday, because I don't really care why not. This game's got really boring to me in the past month or so, I would say, to be honest. So I don't really care to do these streams like right on the day. But I do always make sure to do them before my GTA 9 event week streams, obviously. Even if it's only a couple hours before, I still like to do that. By the way, for this current semester of college right now, it's my last week, so hopefully once this week's through, I'll find more time to want to do like extra streams and stuff, because I haven't really done much for like months, I would say. Like at least 2 months, I would say, since like my Invade and Persuade tank review was for this channel. I did film part of my next like vehicle review, but that was kind of a while ago. So hopefully I'll get that finished for this week or next week. And also with the bullshit going on, and also because my last class I need to do, it's probably going to be a bitch. I'm probably going to skip out on the summer semester. So hopefully that will also help me like have more time to dedicate to like actual content. Of course, at minimum, I like doing these event week streams just to keep people informed, obviously, on the channel with like the event weeks and stuff. But yeah, going to the news section here, 30% bonus payout on all Moonshine cells, as I mentioned on the Mesa Spectator. And yeah, these two things are only going on for this single week. There's actually a lot of stuff for this event week that's going on for multiple weeks. One that's almost even like 28 days, I'm pretty sure. Which I'll go into later, which isn't on the title or Mesa Spectator. But yeah, obviously the like strategy with the moonshine stalls obviously is to just sell as much as possible, obviously within the week. Also, just simply be careful driving, obviously, no wagon or whatever, because that shit's fragile as fuck. The moonshine thingies or whatever the fuck. And yeah, 50% bonus payout for collectors on Arrowhead and bird eggs. And yeah, it says full set sale, so you do have to get the whole entire set, so do keep that in mind. Selling individual like collectibles from those said sets aren't going to get you any more money. But thankfully it's as simple as a Google search to know the exact locations for like every single collectible for a single day. GTA series videos has really good guides on that stuff, but I just recommend looking up a map or something of all the like collectible locations on Google, of course, or whatever your search engine is, obviously if you use a different one. But yeah, it's very easy to simply look a map up on Google and you'll easily be able to get the whole set for every single day if you really want to. So it's definitely going to be a really good week to make extra money. So given, of course, these event weeks are technically a whole entire week, when they start at like 2 and end at like 2 the next Tuesday or whatever, they do simply last a whole week. So you can, so if you get every single set like the whole day, that's like 3.5 times more money like per set. Because of course if you do 2, you're going to get double the money than you would have normally selling 2. So every time you sell a whole set, it's going to be 50% more. So if you go for both of those full sets every day, and it's technically going to be you're technically making 700% more money if you go like for those 2 entire sets like every single day of the week. So very good money opportunity for sure. And with how good the collector is, it really doesn't need more, I feel, than the 50%, but still, it's kind of annoying that they skip out on 2 times money. Well, to be fair, they don't really do much 2 times money compared to GTA, I would say. Okay. Apparently those are exactly the same, interestingly. And then there's a couple more info sections, or a few more even. And I think they're both different ones that were not mentioned earlier. But yeah, as a pound spectator, there's 40% off select pamphlets, which are the potent predator and herbivore bait pamphlets, which is obviously good for luring predators and herbivores. So obviously they could be quite nifty for sure for the trader business, I would say. Besides for that, you're not really going to need that, I would say. So you could definitely get some help with those for getting select like animals for the trader business. So in a sense, that's kind of nice, of course. Plus, pamphlets are some of the most expensive things in the game, I would argue, so any sort of discount on pamphlets is nice. And then 50% off all essential provisions. I like how they say essential provisions. Yeah, on the newswire mentions stuff like, yeah, mentions fucking liquor and tobacco. Yeah, I wouldn't really consider those essential even these fucking times. I doubt it. I feel it's kind of a jab at the bullshit going on in the world right now. It's pretty hilarious. I love how that 50% off discount's kind of a jab at the bullshit going on in the world right now, for sure. Like, that's just fucking hilarious, that discount. It's on essential provisions. That's pretty clear that they're fucking throwing a jab at that shit, I feel. Fucking love that shit, for sure. And I love how last week they fucking embraced the alien wars in GTA Online. I love it when they do shit like that. It's hilarious. And I mean that in a good way, obviously. And then, yeah. something I didn't put on my spectator, but it's a pretty big thing going on for like the next month. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going on for 28 days, and I think I counted it's more than 21 days. So basically, the next couple event weeks as well, there will also be all permanent posse creation fees waived in addition to this event week. This is just a starting event week, but it will apply to the next couple, the few as well. Yeah, quite the random discount, 50% off essential, like, provisions, but like I mentioned, it's probably just a jab at the bullshit going on in the world right now. It's pretty hilarious if that's, like, the case. And then returning limited stock clothing includes a Batel hat, or whatever the fuck, Irwin coat, and more. Also includes a Tasman male outfit, the nude female outfit, Tekka hat, Cossack hat, and those were the only other ones that weren't mentioned at the way top of there. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all of them that are mentioned. Last time they did limited stock clothing, there was 2 of them that weren't included on the like news section in game that were included on the newswire, so I made sure to cover those, but there's none that are like exclusively mentioned on the newswire. So all of them are listed on here this time. And Tasman. Just describing a Tasman outfit, it seems, for whatever reason. Guessing because it's such a small event week, they ran out of, like, shit to mention. That's probably my guess for sure. And then for some reason, they have this on here for the news section right now, even though it says hella went on for multiple event weeks. Especially the polished copper moonshine still, I think it's been on since basically the beginning of the DLC being released. However, the find moonshine or roll rank thing was not since the beginning, but kind of later on. And yeah, collector's bag, that was basically a thing since the beginning of the DLC release. It's always nice to know that they're clarifying that all that stuff's still going on for those who for some reason might not have went on the game yet for this entire DLC. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I would say, honestly, for the event week. I'll make sure everything that's been covered before I like end this event week stream, of course. And before I go, I will check out the weekly collection, since that's not really something to go in details with that much in the game. They used to put that stuff on the newswire, but they don't really mention the weekly collection on there anymore. Speaking of collectibles, apparently there's one around here. I don't know where the fuck it is, but yeah. Don't think I should check that out right now. I'll check it out, I guess, after I end the stream. Also, by the way, when looking into the maps, like I mentioned for the collectible on the internet, I believe the locations change like every evening or something like that. Like, so basically every evening in the game, at least PST time. Obviously, it depends on where you live. The locations of the collectibles change. So basically they change every single 24 hours, but obviously every time the collectible locations change, you can get the same like collectibles. So yeah, if you want to, you can go for every single like collectible for the arrowheads and bird eggs by looking into a map on Google easily for those 7 days. So basically you can get 14 whole collection sets easily within the event week. Like I mentioned, that's going to be very good money if you do that, for sure. But yeah, 1800 coin collection. So the weekly collection this week is actually $100, which is kind of nice. Usually it's within like the Usually it's within a 2-digit range or whatever for the money for collection value. But this one just makes it in the 3 digits, which is really nice. So obviously if you go for this every single day for the event week, that's going to be easy $700, but like I mentioned, when you just easily look up a map on Google, you're going to be able to easily get the whole coin collection along with any collection on any given day. So you might as well just go to whole collection, but if you're not one to want to go whole collections, a nice small collection is obviously a good way to go if you don't like going for full collections. That's basically the only reason to go for a weekly collection is if you're too lazy to go for a like full collection that's always in the game. But it's one of those rare times as well where it's actually like all 3 of them are in the same entire set, so that's nice. So for some reason where you just want to go for coins, you don't have to go for any other kind of set to get any of these on here. Because most times there's at least 2 sets you have to go for, in a sense, for the weekly collection. This one just sticks to the coin one, obviously. So I just want to make sure I covered everything. By the way, the time limited clothing goes on until the next event week as well. So once again, the limited time clothing is a 2-week thing as well. The Moonshine Collector stuff is just for this week, of course, like I mentioned. And then discounts, I'm pretty sure the pamphlet discounts and the like provision discounts, those are obviously just for this week, like the money opportunities. However, the free permanent posse fee is through June 8th, so that's pretty much 28 days, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, that's literally it for sure to talk about. So that's probably going to be it for this stream. Next one's probably going to be my GTA 9 event week stream. Hope you enjoy.